Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. One of the things that I've been seeing quite frequently is when people are saying that communication is the number one key to a good relationship. Now, this is one thing that has been said over for many years, and if you ask any person, they'll tell you that. And while we all know this, we don't really get it right. And most people think that it's just lack of speaking to your partner, but really it's not the lack of speaking. Most people speak to their partner, usually even put up the grievances or the issues or bring up the problems that they're facing within the relationship. And generally, we did never resolve it. And this is one of the things I used to look at and think, why is it that I'll bring up all these issues, or she'll bring up all these issues, and there was always friction, or maybe I would yield. So I'll say, okay, I see where I'm wrong. I'm going to do better, and then try and do better. And it wasn't something that I would have a behavioral change. And this is what usually when it comes to issues, you're looking for that there's a certain behavior that is causing a certain effect within a relationship. And therefore, you want that behavior to change. And by changing that, then you should be living a more harmonious life. And really, that becomes a very difficult situation because we all don't know how to communicate, because when it comes to changing behavior, we change behavior based on how we learned how to change behavior. And many times we do this up until now. I used to do this until I discovered this, that we use shame in order to change behavior. And when you use shame, while it's effective to stop somebody from behaving a certain way, it now elicits fear from the other person. So they now start operating out of a place of fear or for a negative place. So they're not doing this, and it feels more like a chore, and feels like this change doesn't last for a long time. And they become very resentful over a period of time. So when you think about being in a sexless relationship and you think about the communications that you've had, you think of all the things that have happened, you find that shame was your target or go-to thing to try and get things to change. And this is why nothing has ever changed. And this is why when people say communication is the key to a relationship, I do agree to a certain extent. And I agree it becomes more the type of information, because it's more about the information or the way you speak about yourself and the way you see about yourself. So when you're by yourself and you're talking, you're having that self-talk inside of you, that dialogue, is it positive or is it negative? If it is negative, then that's what influences your behavior, and that's what influences how you communicate, what you're communicating, and it will never land. So, for example, the difference between me attracting my wife in a negative state and me attracting my wife in a positive state results into two different things. And I just wanted to point that out, and that communication becomes more important about what you say. And therefore, this is the reason why I just made this episode. If you want to learn more, go to Thriving Tribesmen Facebook group, and I'll be seeing you guys over there where you can. My wife is now coming in. Hello. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care.